Good day to you everyone, my name is Whistler, and welcome to episode 50 of my Minecraft Hardcore Let's Play series. Today we're going to do a world tour, because I haven't done one of those yet, and I just want to make something to make this series a little bit more accessible for new people, I guess. So yeah, we're going to do a world tour today. Now, this isn't just going to be my world anymore, it's going to be our world. The reason for that is because I've put this world up for download. That's right, you can download this world in the description for free if you'd like. And upon entering the world, hopefully you'll end up standing just around about here, and you'll be looking at the lectern just here. And you can read that if you like, I've got some stuff to say. And you'll spawn in here, within the bee farm, within the villager crop farm. That's the hope anyway. So, I guess we should probably get started with the tour. Now, just over there, I have some dispensers facing into the bee nests, and this is actually a bee farm, so in these dispensers here, I'm either collecting honeycomb or honey bottles. I think I've got 2 of each at the moment, and over here, I've got some crop farmers. So, over time, this guy's gonna be farming carrots for me. It used to be wheat, this section here, but I swapped it over to carrots. And this section over here is potatoes, and I think this is also honeycomb. Yes, it is. And I sell these crops to my villagers somewhere else. I was about to jump up to show you the redstone, but I'm missing a fence post there, I didn't realise that. So just behind here I've got all of the redstone for the bee farm. It's pretty simple stuff really, it's just a comparator facing out of the bee nest and then looping around back till it hits the dispenser, so that when the bee nests reach a honey level of 5, the dispenser fires and it harvests the nest, which is pretty cool. And then just over here in this section I have my villager breeder. So there's a wheat farmer here and he creates bread and he throws it to my villagers over here who breed. And it's currently broken at the moment because there's 4 villagers in here. There's only supposed to be 2, so that's awkward. It's not supposed to be like that, but that's fine I guess. And then over here I've also got my beetroot farmer as well, because I thought why not, let's just harvest every crop in the game, and yeah, that means beetroots get included. Got quite a lot of these. And this build was actually a challenge for myself, like I wanted to make use of every single wood type in the game, and I think I pretty much succeeded in that aspect. Like I've got each of the 6 wood types in this at the moment, and there would be more honey bottles in here, but I actually took those out and turned them into honey blocks recently, and I think I've got the storage for that over here. Yes, there we go, I've got plenty of stacks of that at the moment. I've only got 2 bee nests doing the honey bottles for me at the moment, so I'm not getting that at a very fast rate. But it's pretty good at the moment, I guess. It'll do long term. But yeah, just going back to the book here, hopefully you'll spawn standing looking at this thing, and not over at the spawn area or over there somewhere. I've left a book there just in case you do spawn over there. Let me know where you do spawn, because I'm not quite sure where you will, and I guess this is science, so yeah, let me know. But yeah, there's a book just here for you to read. It'll tell you a little bit of information for the world. And outside here is my town. It overlooks a nice coral bay with a big mega creeper tree. I've got some other builds here. Yeah, it's pretty cozy, I think. And pretty much everything here has a purpose. Like, it's not all just entirely decorative. There are a couple of decorative builds, but most of it is done with a purpose. And I've been doing a little bit of touch-ups between the last episode and today to make this world more presentable for the world download. So I've hung up some of the banners that I got from the last episode, as you can see here. And up here, just above the bee farm, I actually have a sugarcane farm. And I would show you the interior of that, but I'm not sure what I would be breaking to get into there, and I don't feel like fixing it up at the moment. There's water involved and all that, so yeah, I'd prefer not to do that. Just behind me here I've got an overflow chest for bone meal. I don't think I get very much bone meal out of it though. It's like pretty much negligible. Now this base is actually entirely spawn proof. I've done my best to use hidden lighting and other methods of spawn proofing like path blocks and slabs, but I do still have a bit of torch spam that needs replacing eventually. Over here I have my mine shaft. This is actually the first build of the world. This is the first thing I created. And it's basically just an easy way for me to get up and down from my mine. My branch mine, or that was its intended purpose. So let's just take this trip down. It's always fun for me. And down here is a very unfinished branch mine, I guess. So I've gotten a bin, that's the lava pool behind me, and I've gotten some chests, I've got an enchanting area, and I've gotten a smelting array that I still use to this day, but I should probably show you how it works actually. So let's get some netherrack from in here, yeah, that'll do. And we'll shove that in here, and I'll send that minecart off. And that just lights up all of the furnaces like so when it gets fuel inside. And then this chest minecart here is what would usually carry the fuel, and that would put all of the fuel into the furnaces, and I'd get my smelted resources out of that. I still use this at the moment because I don't have a better smeltery, but for now this is doing pretty well. This is all I need. But yeah, over here I have my enchanting setup, and I need to replace this with something better. I have a plan at some point to completely redo this this lower part of the world. I've even gotten my my mine going down here in a long straight line. But yeah, the plan is I will completely redo this place and make it much more presentable, because at the moment it's not that great. But this chest here is a very important chest, and those who have been here since the start of the series will know exactly what it is. It is my chest of firsts. It's where I have all of my milestones in the world. So I've got my first diamond here. Pretty cool. I've still got that. My first shield. My first block mined, that's the oak log here. And I've got some music discs here as well, because I didn't know where else to put them. My first wooden pickaxe, my first sword, my first armor sets, my first trident, my first turtle shell, Mjolnir. I've even gotten my dragon egg, and my first dragon head as well. The trophy. But yeah, so that's all of the milestones for this world. I would have put ancient debris in here as well, but I didn't think to keep the first ancient debris. I just turned it straight into netherite. I guess that's on me. And over here I've got a very temporary netherwart farm. I say temporary, but this thing has been here for over a year now. I'd quite like to replace this at some point with something much, much bigger. Like, almost like its own mega build, I guess, just for netherwart. I think that would be a pretty cool idea to go for. But yeah, for now I just punch the netherwart out, and then I stick it in this chest up here. So I've gotten plenty of that over the last year, I guess. Now I've actually got a jukebox down here as well, so let's just get one of these music discs out. Let's go for Cat. Yes, let's put that in. Yeah, there we go. Let's get some music going here. I should probably make a nice little music setup down here, like a proper build for it, because at the moment this is it's just a jukebox. It is pretty cool to listen to though. I do like Cat. Reminds you of simpler times, doesn't it? Very nice. And then over here, I have all of my villagers. I have one cartographer just there, and this is actually a ravine that I hope to do a complete makeover at some stage. I don't know when I'll be able to get around to doing that though, because I've just taken on an absolutely massive nether project, and I have no idea how long that's going to take. And just here, I have a zombie. He's what I use to cure all of my villagers. What's his name, actually? Ah, Sandra, that was it. I remember now. I was trying to get a husk, but they weren't picking up the dragon heads, so I just got that one instead, that zombie. And just here, I have the output for my villager breeder. At the moment, they just come here and die, like, immediately, because I put a riddle rose just there. And just here, I've gotten a chicken farm. Got lots of raw chicken and feathers out of this, and I immediately sell them to my villagers. Show the redstone back here. I've got, like, 20 or so chickens just standing above a hopper just up there, and they lay their eggs, and then the eggs go into the dispenser, and they get fired into a very small space, where the chickens then grow up and die. And just here I've got the output for my melon and pumpkin farm. Very cool, I guess. I'll show you the farm in question later. I've been storing a lot of glass here as well, because I'm able to buy a lot of that. And I've gotten a random librarian down here. I keep forgetting about him. I need to move him someplace better. I'll have to make that one of the goals for the next tour. And this here is my first villager trading room. So this is where I get all of my emeralds. I sell raw chicken, feathers, melons, sweet berries, carrots, potatoes, and what was it? Beetroots. And I've been able to merge the villagers with the sweetberry farm as well, because the foxes are actually kept awake by the villagers because they're entities and they're nearby. And it's actually incredibly fast. Like, a lot of it just goes straight to bone meal, and it's my main source of bone meal actually. Oh, I hear a dying villager. I think the villager breeder must still work then, I guess. That's interesting. I didn't think it would, but yeah, they come down here and they die immediately because I don't need more villagers at the moment. But yeah, my sweetberry farm is extremely fast, and I get more sweetberries than I can handle. But yeah, this is a very good way of getting emeralds, and it's my main XP farm as well. Like, I don't really have a mob farm for me to... Well, I do have a mob farm for me to swipe at some zombie piglins at, but it's not very good. And this is just a better XP farm. And I'm happy that I've got the foxes here as well. It makes this place... gives this place a little bit more character. And then this room is the other part of my villager trading hall, and it's full of villages where I spend my emeralds, and I buy glowstone, redstone, lapis from here. And just here I have my cake. This is my anniversary cake for the 1 year anniversary of this world. And I've even got a leatherworker here, an armourer for all of the gear that I might need if it breaks, a toolsmith too, a weaponsmith. So I've got an infinite diamond gear if I want it. And I've gotten 32 stonemasons as well for infinite quartz if I need it, as well as other blocks like chiseled stone bricks and polished andesite and whatnot. And bricks as well, I guess. This is probably a very good source of bricks. I've not really been using the bottom floor of this though. I have been using the top floor though. All of these librarians have the glass trade. It was an RNG trade, so it actually took a tremendous amount of time to get through all of these. Many villagers died in the process. But I have 32 librarians up here, and all of them can sell me glass. And yeah, I wasn't using them for the purpose of getting books, although I do have a lot of books as well. So I think I've gotten access to most of the important enchantments, but not every single one. There are a couple that I don't have. Like, I don't think I have Depth Strider, but I've gotten a decent amount of other trades. Like, a couple of these villagers have Mending and Unbreaking, which is very cool. And yeah, that's my villager trading hall. It's very efficient. I get everything I need from here for most of the resources, and it's resulted in an absolute ton of glass. Like, all of these chests just here are absolutely full. I think I've gotten like 26 double chests of glass here at the moment. Yeah, I need that for an upcoming mega project, and I don't know if this is enough still. I need a ton. How many villager trades have I actually done? It should be in my statistics. Ah, yeah, there we go. 109,000. That tells you how much I use this villager trading hall down here. Certainly is a lot. And then just round here, the other part of the ravine that I've worked on. So I've gotten a cactus farm just here. This supplies me with infinite cactus if I need it. So all of the cactus grows up and it pops off on the glass panes that I've placed under here. Like so. And the water streams take it away down to here. And down into a water stream down there. And then that takes the cactus over here, where it gets stored and also smelted into green dye, and excess gets turned into bone meal, I guess. And the smelter itself is powered by this bamboo farm just here. So the bamboo grows, and it goes all the way up to the top, and then the observers will fire, and it'll send off the minecart. And the minecart will pick up all of the drops, and it'll take it straight to the furnace system. And I think I should probably demonstrate that, actually. So let's just get some bone meal from the sweetberry farm, just over here. Yep, that will do. Thank you very much. And let's just break our way in. Yeah, there we go. Oh, a little bit of lag. But yeah, let's just bone meal this all the way to the top, and that will give you an example of how this farm works. Yep, there we go. The pistons fire multiple times in case the bamboo gets stuck on top of the bottom bamboo, because then the minecart won't pick it up, and that isn't desirable. But yeah, then the minecart takes it straight into the furnaces, and it deposits all of its drops, and then when it's empty, it drives off again, and it goes back to its parking space. Yeah, that's how that farm works. I might upgrade this at some point in the future, like add some more bamboo modules, and maybe expand on the cactus farm as well, because I think this thing could be a lot faster. It's probably a good source of XP as well at some stage, but I don't want to harvest the XP from the furnaces just yet. I want to leave that for another time, because it's not really done much smelting as of yet, despite having been built ages ago. But yeah, let's take this minecart all the way back up to the surface. It's nighttime now, and usually that would mean that there would be a lot of mobs in a world. But because my base is entirely spawn-proofed with hidden lighting, as well as a bit of torch spam just outside of it, and also slabs, dirt paths, and stairs, and buttons, like, nothing spawns here. I'm safe in my world, and I love it all the more because of it. And this build just here is my map room. I've also gotten a flower farm in here for the 2 tall flowers. And yeah, this is how my base looks on a map. I quite like how the coral reef is displayed on here. It almost looks like a starry sky, I guess. A starry night sky. I really like that aspect. Yeah, I've gotten this nice coral reef over here. Now, this lake was originally a vanilla-generated lake, and what I did was I completely mined out the entire thing, and I put some coral in, and I think it's turned out pretty well. I'm very happy with this place. I've gotten some pets over here as well, plenty of cats, plenty of dogs, and in the map room, actually, I've gotten the first pet of the world, Piper. Hello, Piper. How are you doing? I don't have any food for you at the moment. I should probably go and get some food, actually. Yeah, I'll be back in a second, Piper. Just you wait. I think I've gotten some meat down here. Ah, yeah, there we go. Raw mutton. That will do. Oh, and I guess this is a good chance to show you my storage. I don't have a storage room. I have a chest monster. That's going to be the main goal for the next world tour, guys. I need a storage room. Yeah, this is a bit ridiculous, this chest monster at the moment. It's not the biggest one I've seen. I think Scar needs to take that trophy, but this is pretty horrendous. I do actually know where everything is, though. Like, this is diorite, andesite, grass. This is ores, clay. And I've gotten some sand over here. This is ocean stuff. And this little section here is for all the wood types. I actually know where everything is in here, which is amazing considering how much of a mess this place is. I feel bad for everyone in the world download though, because this is my storage, and if you want to find something, you have to go through this. Good luck. But yeah, I'm sorry, I got distracted. I need to feed Piper. I haven't fed her for a very long time, I don't think. Yes, hello Piper. Have some food. There you go. Oh, love seeing those hearts. But yeah, this is a 2-tall flower farm, so I've gotten some dispensers pointing into these flowers just here. And what I'd usually do if I wanted some of these dyes, I'd put some bone meal into these dispensers. And then I've got a lever just here, and if I pull that, it pulls an observer clock into position, and then the dispensers will fire, and I get some flowers out of it. Like so. Works pretty well. I've gotten the storage in these barrels down here. And I guess the town isn't the only thing that's visible on the map. I also have, just over here, a black hole. Yeah, that's right. I've built a black hole, and I've updated it on the map specifically for the world download as well. So it includes all of the rings that make it look absolutely insane. And just over here, I have my enormous desert that I've harvested over 100 shulkers worth of sand. Yes, that's right. I needed a lot of sand for a project. I needed to craft a lot of TNT, and I blew up the nether. I'll show you the result of that a little bit later. It's a bit ridiculous. And just over here, I have my sheep farm. This is just a generic sheep farm at the moment. All of the storage goes into its designated positions. It's color-coded. I've gotten these barrels filled to the top with, well, it was filled to the top with shears. I guess some of them broken. And the shears go into these dispensers, and the dispensers shear the sheep when the sheep eats the grass, because there's an observer pointing at the grass block that the sheep are standing on, and there's also a minecart that's being pushed into the grass block as well, and that picks up the drops, and then all of the items go into the storage down here, which is pretty cool. And I've gotten some extra colours just here for things I think I might need excess of, like green and light grey, because I like to use those for terraforming purposes. And I actually designed this build with flying through it in mind. So, yeah, I can do that. I can use a rocket and fly through this little hole just here. So that's something I quite like to do every now and then. And this build over here is, it's my tree farm. And it's not exactly like a log farm specifically. It was designed more in mind for me getting leaves for these trees that I've built over here. These custom trees. And what I do is I usually... Or I should probably get a sapling for this so that I can demonstrate it a little bit easier. So let's just get an oak sapling from here. Yeah, that will do. So what I would do with the tree farm is I would plant the sapling and I would bone meal it, and it would grow into a tree. And then I would harvest the entire thing with the hoe and the axe, and it's all done in a very safe space. And if the leaves are too high, then I can go up to the next level via the use of a water elevator. And the whole process is just really easy, as you can see from here. I did get quite a lot of logs from this, and I think I've used pretty much all of them. I need to farm more spruce and dark oak at the moment, unfortunately. And I've actually got more tree modules for this build as well. Like, this is just only one of them. Like, this one is for oak, acacia, and birch. So I'll just show you the other ones. I also have nether tree farms in here as well. So this one here is for the crimson trees. They're very tall, so I've got multiple levels for harvesting and multiple water elevators to make the whole process a lot easier. I don't need to pillar up or anything like that. I don't need to worry about heights because I can survive the falls as well. I'm pretty happy with the designs of these places as well. Keep in mind, it wasn't meant to be like an automatic thing either. Like, it was purely for the gathering of leaves. So the nether trees, I think, didn't really need that, but they've suffered from being in the same build as the others. And over here, I have the spruce, the dark oak, and the jungle tree farm. It's a little bit bigger than the others. Yeah, I quite like this build, though. So, yeah, it just works the same as the oak tree farm. I'd go down there and I'd plant them and I'd bone meal them and I'd harvest the whole thing. And then just over here, I have the warped tree farm. It's also a very tall one. I quite like the design of this one. It's quite spooky with the warped colours, with the black stone. I think this is probably my... No, I don't think I would say this was my favourite one. I think the spruce and the dark oak and the jungle one is my favourite one, but this one is a close second design-wise. And then just through here, I have access to my fungus and roots farm. So this is actually a shifting floor design, and it is powered entirely by an etho hopper clock. And yeah, it works pretty well. All of the drops get taken up here as well. They'll end up in these chests. I get lots of crimson fungus, lots of warped fungus, lots of roots. And I think this chest is for the twisting vines. I don't really have any of those at the moment though. And this chest is purely for bone meal as well. I think I must have taken the bone meal out of that at some point though. But yeah, I should probably show you how that works though. So let's go to beneath this place. I didn't really build a proper access point for that part of the farm because I don't really use it. But yeah, I come down here, I make sure these dispensers are filled up to the top, and yes they are, that's good. And what I do is I come over here, and I pull this lever, and the whole system activates. That's very loud. It's very laggy as well, because there's a lot of items being created here. Oh, it is laggy. But yeah, so the shifting floor creates lots of these roots and fungus, and then every now and then the dispensers fire the water, and they all get swept away and taken upstairs to be stored. And yeah, I think this farm works out pretty well. It's one that I designed myself. I didn't look up a tutorial for this one. I know other people have created shifting floor designs, but this one is my design, and I'm very happy with it. It probably could have been better, but I'm not too big of a redstone expert, but I am definitely pretty happy with how this place has turned out. Now if I just come back up here... Oh, yeah, the composters are working overtime. You can hear them. Yeah, that was clearly a lot of drops came in just then. I think a lot of the resources actually go straight to the composter. I think I actually lose out on a lot of resources here. That's alright though, I don't mind that. And then just up here, I have a fountain. And this is... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. This is actually a riptide station. So, well, that's what I hoped it would be when I built it. So, I can actually just get my riptide trident out of my ender chest just there. And I'll just stand on top of these, and I can riptide away. And it looks really cool. And now I'm so high in the world, and I haven't had to use a single rocket. And I meant to build more of these riptide stations around, because I quite like the use of them, and I quite like how they look. But at the moment I've only got 2. That's okay though, because this is I might still build more in the future, and this is still a pretty cool project to have in mind. And then up here, I've got a nice custom tree. I had to rebuild this at the end of the last episode, because this build actually got struck by lightning, which was incredibly unfortunate. And the whole roof burnt down, the whole tree burnt down, and I had to redo the whole thing, which is unfortunate. And I think I've actually gotten a better tree now. I'm not sure about that, though. So please, old viewers who know what the old tree looked like, let me know in the comments down below. Is this a better tree? I think it's a better tree, because it's got like the fence posts, and it's gotten some more of the logs exposed and whatnot. I think it's a better tree. I'd like to know what you all think. And this tower is actually supposed to serve as a nice lookout post as well, so I can actually see quite far in the distance just here. Should probably turn that render distance up as well, actually. You can actually see the black hole from here. I think I'll show you more of that later, though. I've got some more things to show you in the town first. And then just over here, I have a tower. This is like a watchtower, I guess, and I actually have it glowing. So with Optifine's dynamic lighting, why can't I throw this trident? Oh, it's my riptide trident. That's my mistake. So with Optifine's dynamic lighting, this pumpkin mob, this jack-o'-lantern skeleton, he actually lights up this build, and he just stands here minding his own business. I've captured quite a few mobs in this world. You might be able to tell that from what I've previously shown, but I'll go into more details with that later. And I actually have another pumpkin mob just over here. This one's just a carved pumpkin skeleton. You can just see him through the gap here. Yeah, there you go. Very elusive, this one. I hear him more often than I see him. Let's get a better view. Hello, sir. Hello. Oh, he's not shot an arrow for ages. I should probably put that block back, though. Now, this build, it looks like a house, but it is not my house. I'll tell you that. And I'm not allowed to trespass either. Like, if I open this door, yeah, Mr. Jack-o'-lantern doesn't let me in. This build is actually a melon and pumpkin farm. So, if I just gain access through the sides just here, I have a nice minecart system travelling underneath the melon and pumpkin farm itself, gathering all of the drops. And this is actually Il Mango's melon and pumpkin farm, actually. If you're familiar with that design. And yeah, it works pretty well. It's extremely efficient. And can I see under here? No? Okay, I should probably break this jack-o'-lantern to see through. Yeah, there we go. This is what it looks like at the moment. Plenty of melon and pumpkin stems, and whenever they grow a melon and pumpkin, the pistons fire, and then the minecart picks it up. It takes it off to be fired into a dispenser, which sends all of the drops down the ravine, where it gets stored in the system that I showed earlier. And I actually have a staircase for this watchtower as well. I don't think I showed that just then. And this will take you just below the skeleton. This is another lookout point for the world. I get some good sunsets from here, if I so choose. It's definitely a good view up here. I like it. In fact, I think I'm just going to watch this sunset, because I do appreciate that in Minecraft. Just a nice aesthetic sunset. They are very pretty. Ah. This is definitely a beautiful sight. Now, you might have seen this giant tree over here, and this is the Mega Creeper tree. And as you can see, I've got plenty of creepers bedded inside of the leaves of this place. And you can see them because I've got green glass in front of them. I charged 4 of them, and every single creeper in here actually has a unique name. I'll let you find out which ones are which in the world download if you want to explore this thing. I think most of them were name suggestions that I got from my audience as well, so that's pretty cool. And then just down here, I have the rest of this tree, and I've gotten loads of turtles and a massive custom coral reef that I built. Yep, that's right. This wasn't here before. I completely built this thing myself. I've even added some more of my own coral creations with the nether trees. And yeah, I'm quite happy with how this place has turned out. It's definitely one of my favourite aspects of this world. This coral lake, this coral bay, turtle bay, creeper bay. I don't know what to call this place. But I don't have a name for this town in general, so if any of you have a name suggestion for the town, let me know. If I like it, I might keep it. This is your chance to alter the future of this world forever. Now, this Mega Creeper tree isn't purely just there for aesthetics. It does have a purpose, and its purpose is to house my creeper farm. That's why the trunk is so thick. I've also got a conduit just there as well for when I'm underwater here. And you can actually hear the dying creepers down here as well. That's quite astounding. And all of the drops go straight down here. I have tons of storage down there. And the minecart picks up all of the items too, and it takes it over here. Can I see the creepers dying? I can't really get a good angle from here, I guess, unfortunately. But they land on the magma blocks. Oh, I saw that one drop. They land on the magma and the minecart picks it all up. And this design is by the fantastic Logical Geek Boy. I cannot recommend this farm enough, because this thing has fueled my detonation of the nether. I think I crafted over 40,000 TNT, and I completely obliterated that place. And I'll show you what that place looks like currently later. It is a bit ridiculous. I can't wait to show it. And I'd show you what all of this redstone does, but I don't really quite understand it. I'm sure Logical Geek Boy would be able to go through that in more detail, but it's a very efficient farm, and it's a wonderful farm. I've lit up all of the caves around here as well to make it much more efficient, so yeah, this is a beast of a farm, I guess. Now, that wasn't really the part of the farm that I'm supposed to access anymore. I just went down there to show you, like, that it was a farm. I've actually got a proper gunpowder storage elsewhere. I'll show you that in a little bit. But for now, yeah, this is the coral reef that I've constructed here. Completely custom, and I do love this place. I've tried to implement some of the natural coral structures with some of my own. You can see, I think some of these look like vanilla structures. I hope that's the case. And then over here, I've gotten my Enderman. Now, I know it looks like I captured this guy and put him on a plinth, but I didn't. He was already here. So when I was mining out this entire lake, I accidentally uncovered this guy. I don't know how, but he must have teleported inside a very small pocket of air and then just gone absolutely ham on placing dirt blocks around him, and he trapped himself. And he's actually holding a dirt block right now as well. That's why he hasn't despawned. I've not given him a name tag or anything. So yeah, I thought I'd build him a plinth and now he's here forever. That's not the only thing in this coral lake though. I actually have a coral ravine. So you can't really see this from the surface. You don't really get the best of angles, but from here, you just swim down, and the whole thing just opens up to you. I do love this part of the world. And this ravine is actually made up of 2 ravines, and I mined out the gap between the 2, so I could create one gigantic ravine, and then I flooded the entire thing with water. And the inspiration for that came when I was mining out the lake above me, and I broke through into the ravine, and some of the water actually ended up pouring down here, and I was like, okay, should I flood the whole thing? Yeah, let's flood the whole thing. And just down here, I have another pumpkin mob, a jack-o'-lantern trident drowned. He's a pretty rare boy, and I've got him situated in my little brine pool down here that I've layered with light blue glass, I think. And just over here, I thought it would be cool to build a shipwreck. So I know there's no logical reason for how this thing managed to get down here. This shipwreck is bigger than the crack that I have as my entrance. And I also have tropical fish down here, as well as plenty of turtles. And I actually suspect that these fish are going to die when 1.17 arrives. I suspect that an axolotl is going to spawn down here, and it's just going to kill these guys, which is going to be a little unfortunate, but there's not much that I can do about that. Now, this place does have a purpose. One of them has not really been finalised. I might not ever complete this place, actually. But I've gotten a zombie spawner down here. And the reason why I haven't really done anything with this is because I don't really need a zombie spawner, to be honest. But yeah, that's something I have access to in the future if I want to use it at some point. And just through here, this is one of the other purposes for my coral ravine. This is a kelp farm, a ginormous one. So I think I've gotten 5 layers of observers and kelp, and they all fire when needed. So when the kelp grows up to the observers, the pistons fire, and yeah, we get kelp out of it. I don't really know how else to say that. And these water streams take them straight to the middle, and then I've gotten another water stream carrying it up over to my smeltery over here. I've actually been smelting a ton of kelp because it serves as my main fuel source at the moment. It's an easy fuel source to get and completely renewable. And I've also got plenty of storage for kelp should I need it in the future. And then I've gotten some chests over here for overflow of kelp if I ever get overflow. I've got chests just behind these hoppers as well, and that gives me easy access for adding more fuel to the system. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I've even got lava lighting in the sides of the walls. I'm very happy with this place. And the other purpose for this coral ravine is just over here. I have a sea pickle farm. Just here, it's only a small one. But I don't think they get very big, do they? And it's a shifting floor design that I came up with, once again. I didn't follow a tutorial for this one. There's probably better designs out there. But yeah, it's just behind here. I've gotten an etho hopper clock powering the whole thing, once again. And I think what I do is I don't really have a proper on switch for this. So I just drop a single item into this thing, and the whole thing activates, hopefully. I can hear pistons, I think that's good. And the dispenser should fire, and hang on. Does this not work? Is this broken? I swear I got tons of sea pickles from this. Why would it have broken? What have I done wrong? I'm confused. Hang on, guys, I've got to figure this out. There's no reason why it should have jammed. Okay, why does this not work? Okay, this redstone line activates normally. This one does not. Why does that not? Why is there a block here? Did I put a block there? Yeah, I think I did, because that system's now working. The shifting floor should be working. I think what I did was I came in here at some point and I saw a hole in the wall and thought I should plug it up. Okay, so I broke my sea pickle farm. Completely my fault. But yeah, so there's no bone meal in here at the moment. I should probably break in here and add that. And I'll be able to show the farm working. Right, so let's just put the bone meal in there. There we go. And let's just break out again. There we go. Put the glass back. Very nice. I've lost the glass. There we go, there's the glass. But yeah, so the dispenser fires the bone meal into the sea pickles on the coral, and then more sea pickles grow, and then they all break off when the floor shifts, and then they float up to the top and go straight into the sea pickle storage over here. It's pretty good. I quite like it. But yeah, that's the sea pickle farm. It's given me plenty of sea pickles for this world. And then down here, I have the access for my creeper farm storage. So I have the creeper farm itself above this thing, and then all of the gunpowder flows into here. And I actually had a lot more gunpowder in here before, but 2 episodes ago, I completely obliterated the nether, and I don't really have as much anymore. But this farm is efficient enough that I actually still have plenty of gunpowder. Plenty of gunpowder remains. And I've gotten this crafting table floor here, because I knew that I would be using this place to craft TNT. And I've also gotten an ender chest as well, because I thought it would be easier to bring shulker boxes down here, I guess. But yeah, this is the storage for the creeper farm. It's pretty good. One of the things I hope to do with this at some point in the future is build an elytra course and have this underwater ravine be a small section of it. So if I just go up to the surface again and activate my elytra, like so, and then I can fly down here, and now I have my elytra activated underwater, I can also use rockets underwater as well. So I can zoom through this place from one end all the way to the other. And hopefully I could make like a pretty cool elytra course down here. And yeah, it's like it's Terra Swoop Force underwater or something. It's very cool. I love this place. I don't know when I'll take on that elytra course project though, because I have a lot of other things that I hope to do first. It is something that I hope to eventually do though. I think it sounds pretty awesome to do. But yeah, this is the Coral Ravine, and that's pretty much everything that's down here at the present. I might build more farms down here as well. Like, I might place the Netherwart farm down here. I think that could be cool. I might do something with the zombie spawner as well, but I don't know about that. I don't really have a need for zombies. Yeah, let's move on. The next thing I would like to show is actually the black hole over here. So, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this build here is inspired by Interstellar. It's supposed to be of Gargantua, the black hole from that movie. And this build itself is actually my iron farm, as you can see from the drops falling there. So I've got an auto sorter just here, sorting all of the iron first, and then the poppies get sent to storage, and then excess will go to bone meal. I've gotten absolutely tons of iron from this place, and it's also another design from the absolutely fantastic Logical Geek Boy. I can't give him enough shoutouts because he's really done a lot to help out with this world, although not knowingly. I don't think he knows I exist, but he's very cool. I'm really happy with the farms that he designs. They're very efficient. And then this mess down here was actually leftovers from when I was trying to get villagers up here as well. And I think I actually had a pillager station there, a pillager crossbow breaking station. So I put a pillager here, and he fired his crossbow at this villager until his crossbow broke. And he couldn't hit the villager because the slab was in the way. So yeah, that turned out pretty well. I think I should probably show you the inside of the iron farm, because the inside of this black hole is it is something to behold, really. It's definitely something. So let's just drink a potion of fire resistance, because there is lava up there. I'm going to be flying through it, I think. Can I make this through the gap? Oh, no. There we go. And into the water. Okay. So the inside of this black hole is shaped like a bowl, and the iron golems fall into this bowl, and they get swept into the lava, and they die. And the villagers up here, they're in their nice little villager cells, and the iron golems spawn on the platforms, and yeah, it's very cool. And I did say that this design was by Logical Geek Boy, but I had to modify the design quite a bit in order to fit it inside of the black hole, because I think I placed the villagers too high. But yeah, it's not too different from what he designed. But there were a few changes. Like, he doesn't have a giant water bowl. That's entirely my thing. But yeah, the pillager, he jumps up and down over there, and he scares the villagers, and they spawn iron golems. That grants me infinite iron. I have as much iron as I could ever need. Thank you, Logical Geek Boy, very much. An absolute star. But yeah, let's just wait for these golems to die, and we'll try and leave this place. Yep, there we go. That's our exit. There we go. Oh. In the side of the black hole. I didn't mean to do that. Hang on, can I get out? There we go. But yeah, so that's what this place looks like. And the black hole itself is really hard to see. Like, you can barely see through this stuff. I absolutely struggled to place glass on top of this thing because you place black glass on top of black concrete and it just turns visible, really. And I've gotten plenty of end rods within the glass here as well. And that completely illuminates this place at night. And the rings themselves, while they look a bit weird, they were placed there in order to give the black hole like the light warping effect that they have in real life, and also to make it look a lot more like the one from Interstellar. And I think I made that turn out pretty well. I'm just going to show you that effect in more detail though, now that it's coming to nighttime. So let's just grab some blocks from here, there we go. And we'll just pillar up from beneath this thing, because this is definitely the best angle. It's definitely quite a view. And I actually have a time lapse of me completely building this black hole. So if you want to watch that, I'll leave that in an iCard right about now, I guess. So if you want to watch that, you can. It's only a few minutes long. It's pretty cool though. And it's to the theme of Interstellar, No Time for Caution. It's definitely a very cool video. Yeah, this is the black hole at night. Let's just press F1. Go. This is it's definitely a very cool view. The blue sky vanishing is such a good thing with this build. Wish I had a massive black background behind this thing, because the black hole definitely suffers from being in daylight. But yeah, let's just turn on the shaders. We'll use BSL for this one. They're my favourite. And we're not actually going to be using vanilla BSL, we're just going to be changing the settings a little bit. So we'll go into block light colour, I think, and we'll be raising the intensity all the way to the max. And then that really makes this place stand out. Oh yeah, there we go, just look at that! This place is so insane, and I'm extremely happy with how it turned out. I completely love this place. And yeah, it just hangs in the night sky, just out of sight from where my town is. Unless I have the render distance up, but yeah, it's definitely very cool to have this in my world. Gargantua. Now the plan is that I will eventually build some more space-related objects in this spawn region as well. I don't know when I'll get to that though. I'd quite like to make use of the new world heights coming in 1.18 now, I think, unfortunately, with the delays, but that's fine. Mojang should be able to take all the time they need, because rushing an update broken to the masses is not a good idea. And crunch is not a good idea either. That's just awful for all the devs, and they don't deserve that. But yeah, this project will have to wait until 1.18, I guess, because I want to make use for all of the world height additions, and that will make this place so much more insane for all of the space-related builds that I have planned here. So I guess the next place I should probably show is the End Dimension. I've not gotten a massive build there, but I have done something very cool regardless. So I figured I should probably show you all. Stronghold itself is just beyond this swamp here, and it's actually an ocean stronghold, which I was very happy with finding. And I've gotten really good access. I just swim in through this hole just here. And I can just go straight to the portal room. I've actually gotten a very, very close portal room to the surface. I should probably expose this to the ocean above, or make a hole to the surface at least, because I should definitely be able to have very easy access to this thing, because it is an ocean stronghold, and this is so close to the top. But yeah, I should probably get my pumpkin out. We're going to be heading to the end, and I don't want to aggro the Enderman. Now I can't see. F5 is the hero. Right, so allow me to show you my End Dimension. So I've not done very much here, but what I have done is entirely mine out the obsidian end pillars down to the surface of the end island. And what I did with the bedrock that I remained, I placed end rods on each of the 6 sides of each bedrock block. And yeah, it makes it look like stars, which I think is very cute. I love this place. It's not much, but it's a little something that I can show off in the world. And it's not going to be like this forever, because I haven't killed the dragon 20 times yet, so all of the end pillars are going to regenerate, and I'll lose the end rods as well, but that's okay. And now I've gotten quite a cool view here, I think. I didn't plan to make a little project out of this place, but I needed obsidian to blow up the nether. I keep coming back to that. I swear I'll show you that soon. And then just down there, I have my wither spawning platform, so if I feel like cheesing the wither at some point, place the soul sand down on top of the crying obsidian, and then place the heads on top of it. Then that'll spawn the wither, and he'll be trapped inside of the end portal, and then I can kill him pretty easily. That wasn't how I first did the wither fight though. I did that fight legitimately in the End Dimension, and it almost killed me. Definitely a dangerous time. I was very fearful for my life that day, I'll tell you that. It had me shaking. And then going through the end portal pops me out here at the world spawn because I don't have a house with a bed. Now there was a bit of a mountain just here, and I decided for the purposes of the world download that I would remove it, because this is the little location that I suspect people might spawn if they don't spawn where my character is. So I've left a lectern there for you if you happen to be here, as well as a chest with a little bit of gear. I hope that you all will spawn in the bee farm though, because I don't know how that system really all works. And now that we're back home again, I guess I can show you one very small mob farm that I have just over the hill here. So in this little cave down here, I actually have a spider spawner. And I haven't really done very much over here, and I was hesitant to actually even include this in the world tour, but I guess I've done that now. But yeah, so spiders all flow down here, and I kill them for string and spider eyes. For some reason I've got a fishing rod in this chest. I don't know why that's there. But yeah, that's the spider farm that I have access to, if it's needed. I haven't really done a proper build project down here. Perhaps I'll do that at some point, or perhaps I'll leave it, because I don't really come here. I might even leave this out of any future world tours I do, because there's not really much going on here. And then if I fly northeast, I think, of my base, I should come across a zombie piglin farm. It's actually constructed with nether portals. It's an interesting farm, although it's not a particularly very good one, and it could be more efficient if I built more nether portals, but that takes a lot of time because obsidian is annoying. Oh, finally I found it. Suddenly appears out of nowhere. So, I've gotten a nice little enchanting setup here. I have a furnace as well for smelting gold swords. A blacksmith table for netherite purposes, I think, at some stage. And I can either AFK at this farm, or I can use my sword. And that means I would have to pop out the wither roses. I think I'll leave them in there for now, though, because they kill the zombie piglins for me. But as you can see from here, you can see how it all works. I've got many maximum-sized nether portals, all spawning zombie piglins, and they all get tricked to walk towards these turtle eggs just off of the edge here. And then they fall into the water, and then they all get swept to the middle, where they fall down that tube, and they die on the wither roses. It's a pretty effective farm, it's just, it could be a lot faster. I actually hope to build a bigger, better, faster farm rather soon that can replace this thing. Hopefully knock it right out of the park. I think that's going to be a cool project to do. And then dotted around my world in various different places, I've actually got tons of pumpkin mobs still. Oh, the rabbit's just gotten in the boat. Okay, I guess I'm not going in there. And I've got plenty of pumpkin pals, I guess, in various locations. And they're all from Halloween. I hope to at some point bring them over to my base and I can leave them in various places. And over here, I have the Pillager Outpost that I used in the last episode. So this is a very, very simple and easy pillager farm. All I need to do is I need to stand up on top of this platform here for like 2 seconds, and almost instantly I have absolutely tons of pillagers spawning down below. So let's just fly down right now. There we go. Now let's stick our chest plate on. There we go. I don't want to be taking damage here. But yeah, there's an absolute ton of pillagers, as you can see here. And they all come swarming over. Oh, this is too much. This is too much. I can't deal with this every time I come here. Oh no, I've gotten bad omen now. Oh dear. I'm gonna need to find a cow now, I guess. But yeah, I used it in the last episode to get Bad Omen level 5, and I used that to start a raid at my base, and that was pretty cool. It was definitely a very cool experience. This whole situation I just find so amusing though. Oh dear. Oh, just look at all of these arrows at the end of this hole. This is definitely a wasteland, that's for sure. And then, somewhere over here, I have an ocean monument where I've done something rather interesting. Not a build, but something else entirely. I have captured Elder Guardians. I think you might have seen a quick glimpse of them at the top of the bridge just then. The stairway to heaven, I guess. So I drained down a hole to each location where the Elder Guardians spawn, and I destroyed the roofing when I didn't have mining fatigue. And then I kidnapped the Elder Guardians, and they're mine now. So let's just stick my shield back in my hotbar just for now, because I need a bucket, because I assume I'm about to get mining fatigue, and I don't particularly want to keep that. So, capturing the Elder Guardians, it's a pretty simple process to describe. I drained their little chambers, and then I stuck some rails down. And I guess I've still got some sponges here for me to pick back up. I guess I didn't pick them back up again when I was here last time. But yeah, then I got the Elder Guardians into a minecart and I took them up the stairway. And the Elder Guardians in question are just up here, as you can see. I have all 3 of them, and I'm sure they're going to give me mining fatigue at any second. I probably shouldn't hang around here too long. I wonder if I can make it out of here before they give it to me. Oh, Guardians are so loud though. I'm surprised that I can hear them so loudly all the way up here. That's so weird. But yeah, they all have unique names as well. So this guy here, he is called Scylla, or Scylla, I don't know how to pronounce that. And this one is Charybdis, or Charybdis, after the sea monsters from Greek mythology. And this one's called Gary. Gary the Elder Guardian. He's their little... their third little brother, I guess, the weird one that no one likes to talk about. And yeah, they were a little bit difficult to capture. They got me down to probably around half health at a couple of stages, I think, while I was doing that, but everything was under control at the time, really. And now I have 3 captured Elder Guardians. And I just realised I've made it back down here without getting mining fatigue, so that's a definite win in my book. Let's just get my compass out though, because we need to head back home, and this is quite far away. So I've actually got a lodestone back at my base, and this compass points towards that. Oh, I see, a nether portal. Okay, I don't think I realised this was here. I don't think I've raided this. Let's just go to the chest. No, okay, let's take those golden apples, I guess. They're mine now, and we'll break that chest so that I don't get confused in the future. But yeah, I didn't realise that was on the way back. That was an unlucky find, I guess. Oh, I spy a cow. Right, we're going to go in, milk the bovine, and... oh, let's just kill these skeletons first, actually. If I can even shoot my arrows. There we go. Right, are there any other mobs here? I don't think there are. But I'd quite like to be in and out rather quickly. There we go. And we're done. Let's drink the milk. Excellent. Now I don't have bad omen anymore. I didn't particularly want to start a raid in this episode, that's for sure. Not again. I only just did that last time. So, we're back home again, safe and sound, and I have another thing to show you. So, I've done a build for my nether portal, and it's in celebration of what was supposed to be 1.17, but I guess it's going to be 1.18 now. In celebration of Lush caves being added. So, as I come in here, you can see that I've created my own little vegetation and all that. Completely grassed this cave up. I've completely dug this cave out, I should say. This is not a naturally generated cave. This is a manually mined out cavern. And it was done in an attempt to be in the style of a Lush cave, and I think I did pretty well. Got these nice little aquifers here with the water, and I've bushified the entire place with leaves, and the whole place is entirely spawn-proof as well. I've got hidden light sources everywhere. There isn't a single torch in this cave. And here is my nether portal. So this entire cave's purpose is to serve as my nether portal build, and it makes it an event every time I go to the nether, and I'm really happy about that, because that just adds a little bit more of a special something to going to the nether. Now I actually have something on the other side of this portal here. I have a zombie piglin attraction machine. So I've gotten a turtle egg here and lots of trapdoors, and when zombie piglins spawn in a nether portal, they walk over here and they die on top of the wither rows, and then the drops get stored on the other side of this obsidian. And the reason why I did that is because I don't want zombie piglins going through the nether portal and then ending up on the other side. Like, I don't want to be pranked on the other side, I guess. So I removed that option. Let's just show you the other side. It's nothing too special. I've got some sea pickles here lighting it up. And it's not a very efficient gold farm, but it can be used for that purpose if you want to use the world's slowest gold farm in Minecraft hardcore history. you have that option. It's nighttime though, so let's just sleep away this rain. I've been waiting for ages for it to turn night, 'cause this rain it's just not good for world tours, is it? I want the world to be nice and sunny. Now, I've actually added quite a lot of aquatic life to these aquifers, I guess. So I've gotten plenty of tropical fish, cod and salmon in this pond down here. And unfortunately, I suspect these guys are going to die in 1.17 as well, when Axolotl decides to spawn in these water sources and just murder them. I might save the fish and move them somewhere else, but for now they can have their fun in these water sources up here, or down here, I guess. They add just a little bit of extra life to this place. And over here I have an entrance and exit to the Lush Cave, and this is actually where the fun begins, I should say. So, there is a very boring way to enter the Lush Cave, and that's down this hole here, and it is forever known as the boring way. It gives you direct access to the Nether portal very quickly. However, what I would like to show you all is the fun way. I can glide straight through the Lush Cave, all the way down to the Nether portal, or all the way to the water elevator. It's my choice. The only downside is that there's a chunk boundary in here that causes a slight loading issue, and it drops my frames to 0 for half a second or so, which isn't that great, but I can't really do anything about that, unfortunately. Maybe when I get a better PC, that issue will resolve itself. However, I think it's time that I show you the Nether. I think we've waited long enough. So, if you're new, this place, it looks a little bit ridiculous. So, 2 episodes ago, I completely obliterated the place with TNT bombers, and now it looks like a shell of its former self. It's a wasteland. So, brace yourselves, everyone, because this is the only time that the Nether is going to look like this in the world. It's not going to be like this in future world tours, because I will hopefully have moved on and done a proper Nether project in there by then. But I'm just going to make sure I've got my fire resistance potions, because that's pretty necessary. Let's head in. We're in. And as you can see, there is a lot of lava. Lots of towering lava spires. This is almost like its own little biome. The Lava Spires biome. If only they added that to Minecraft. But yeah, you can see the little obsidian boxes in the ceiling there. I had a lot of dispensers hooked up to observer clocks in there, and they each dropped a stack of TNT. There were 5 dispensers in each module as well, and the Nether just got obliterated. There wasn't much terrain left. All that's left is these lava spires, and I now have to go through the awful task of removing these modules because I don't want to keep them, which is going to take a lot of time because it's obsidian. But I now have a giant hole in the Nether. That is a lot of fun to fly around in, I might say. So let's just drink this fire resistance and take to the Nether skies. Let's go. Ah, yeah, just look at this. It's so insane. I'm never going to be able to get over this. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do nothing to do with the Nether in the last episode. So I wanted to keep the Nether like this for the world download so that you guys could fly around it too. That was the real reason why I suddenly went off the road and went to a Woodland Mansion and did a level 5 raid, other than those also being on my hardcore bucket list. But I'd saved those for a rainy day, and last episode was that rainy day, I guess. But yeah, this is a ton of fun to fly around in, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna miss these lava spires. We'll be making more progress on this mega Nether project though in the next episode. We'll be clearing out what I like to call the biggest mess in hardcore history. Don't fact check that. But I'm fairly sure I'm a pretty good contender in that regard right now. And then just over here, I have my little temporary Nether base. So just here, I had a nice little obsidian bucket where I pulled a lever and that activated all of the TNT modules and it obliterated the Nether in front of me. And the obsidian kept me safe, although I don't think it was needed. And it was just in case the glass beneath me broke and I would fall to my death or something. I don't know. Because the TNT modules are quite close, but they're not too close. They're close enough that they could have been a threat if they'd blown out in a weird direction or something, I think. But yeah, let's just head up here, because I have something to show you. I'd actually lost a TNT module during the arming process, and it resulted in 5 stacks of TNT not being dropped, and I have since found that module because, well, I made these walkways across the entire Nether. I found the one which hadn't been activated, and I thought we'd save it for the world tour. We shall nuke the Nether again, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do that today, and I'm going to leave that in the world download too, so if you guys want to obliterate the Nether yourselves, you can. Gives you guys a little taste of what happened here. The sheer devastation that was caused by these things, I guess. Right, so here we go. I've hooked up the TNT module to a button, and it's going to destroy a nice little piece of the Nether down there. So, wish me luck, everyone, because this would be awkward if I died in the world tour. I hope we're far enough away. So, let's just walk over here. Yeah, this is looking pretty safe so far. I should probably show you the inside of the TNT module first, actually. Let's just throw this piglin off the side. There we go. Thank you very much. Right, so here is the TNT module in question. Let's just break our way in so I can show you the contents of what every single TNT module looked like before I disarmed everything. And yeah, so it's just a sticky piston, 2 observers, and 5 dispensers, each with a stack of TNT inside. Now let's just block that up again though, because I don't want this module blowing itself up when I activate it. Right, I think it's detonation time. No. Piglin, do not come over here. I don't want you blocking my view. No, no. Oh, he would just try to go straight in the place that I'm trying to sit. Unfortunately, Zombie Piglin, I'm going to throw you off the edge. Inch by inch, centimetre by centimetre. Goodbye. But yeah, so I guess let's activate this thing. I wonder if those piglins over there will survive. This is going to be a sight to see. And this time it's going to be without the horrendous lag that happened last time. So that's a plus. I should probably put my chest plate on for this. Yeah, let's go. Why can't I press this? Why can't I press this? Oh, I'm crouching. Okay, that's my bad. Okay, what's this like? Oh! Oh my goodness. So that's what it would have been like without the lag. Oh, that was beautiful. Wow. Yeah, that solid pillar of netherrack is now gone. Excellent. So yeah, if you guys want to do that for yourselves and blow up the nether with that one module, you can. The button is just over here at the side, and it awaits your press. And once I'd fired this thing in episode 48, this actually created a tremendous amount of tick lag because of all of the observer clocks firing 5 dispensers each. And that was absolutely horrendous because there was 136 modules doing that all at once, and this is the 137th. So let's just deactivate that. That is the last TNT module. Done forever. But yes, I now have a giant lava-y hole in the nether. And it's very cool. So, I actually have a blaze farm. So, it's just in this nether fortress down here. There's a blaze spawner up there. And the tutorial I followed for this one is by EagleEye621, I believe. I hope I got those numbers correct. And yeah, this serves as a nice EXP farm if I wanted it to, so I've got an enchanting setup here. And oh my goodness, those blazes are loud. Let's just lower that hostile creature's volume. I did not need that. And yeah, we used this as a place to farm blaze rods for crafting tons upon tons of end rods for the black hole build. And I guess I can use them for future potions as well. But yeah, that's the blaze farm. It's an excellent addition to any world, in my opinion. Thank you once again to EagleEye. Very cool design. Oh, go away, Ghast. You're not welcome here. And you can see the exterior from here. I just decided to use a giant glass box for the spawner itself. And the lava sources sweep all of the blazes into the middle, and they fall into that hole, and then I can swipe at them with a sword. And the reason why the blazes aren't just falling down at the moment, because for some reason they're aggroed towards me, and I'm not particularly sure about why, but that's okay. I don't care about that. Because I'm leaving! Goodbye, blazers! Ha 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 ha! Now let's go back home, because that's all I have to show for today. So, we're back in the Lush cave, I hope you enjoyed this world tour. I've not done anything like that before. It's certainly interesting to go back through everything you've done and try to remember what exactly everything was for and how everything worked and all that sort of nonsense. And remember everyone, you can download this world in the description down below. I think I'll have hopefully uploaded this to a Google Drive thing or something like that. I don't know. I'll see what solution I will have come up with when I get to the time. My only request is that if you decide to show this world download to anyone, please do not claim this world as your own. No one likes a thief, and no one likes a liar, that's for sure. Please remember to give credit, that's all I'm asking for. Other than that, you can do whatever you want to this place. You can build along with me as the series progresses, or you can even blow this place up with TNT. I don't mind, I've got the creeper farm to supply you with. That's for sure. Perhaps the creeper farm was a mistake. But yeah, I hope you all have fun exploring the world, because I put a lot of effort into this world over the last year, and I hope you have a wonderful time exploring what I have created for you all. There's definitely a lot to see. If you like what you see, consider leaving a like on the video, and consider subscribing if you want to see more, because I definitely have some big plans to do with that nether. I have a massive nether project, and I just can't wait to show it to everyone. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching.